Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's handling of Texas' deadly floods has become controversial for a variety of reasons, especially amid questions about when, exactly, she deployed FEMA resources, and whether she should have acted sooner. But the Washington Post published a related report about the significance of a memo Noem issued a month ago, which requires Department of Homeland Security personnel to get her personal approval on spending in excess of $100,000. From the Post's article, the Post's report, which has not been independently verified by MSNBC or NBC News, added that as efforts continue to respond to the deadly flooding in Texas, other efforts by the administration to constrain spending have hampered FEMA's operations. In time, there will hopefully be a comprehensive analysis of what transpired in Texas, what could have been done differently before and after the flooding, and the degree to which relevant agencies responded to the crisis. But stepping back, these latest revelations about Noem and how DHS operates raise a related concern about the scope of the Trump administration making government inefficiencies worse, not better. This isn't what Donald Trump promised on the campaign trail. When the then Republican candidate talked about bringing Elon Musk into public service, Trump boasted about a bold, efficiency campaign that would make federal agencies run more effectively. It wasn't long after the president's second term began, however, when he started delivering the opposite results. 2 months after Inauguration Day, for example, the Post's Catherine Rampell, an MSNBC co-host, highlighted a variety of ways in which Trump appointees had made the federal government almost comically inefficient. As part of her column, Rampell noted, "At the Bureau of Land Management, federal surveyors are no longer permitted to buy replacement equipment. So when a shovel breaks at a field site, they can't just drive to the nearest town or hardware store. Instead, work stops as employees track down one of the few managers nationwide authorized to file an official procurement form and order new parts." It came on the heels of a related Post report on the DOJ-imposed $1 spending limits on government credit cards, a Trump administration freeze on purchase cards that agencies use to cover everything from dumpster pickups at national parks to liquid nitrogen for life-saving military research is a pending work across the government, the article noted. The same report added that scientists who study food safety say they are running out of cleaning fluid for their labs. Federal aviation workers report cuts to travel for urgent work, and contractors who help identify U.S. soldiers killed in combat were told to pause their efforts. This has not been a fleeting concern. The Post went on to report 2 months later on agencies and officials being incapacitated by new and unnecessary regulations. It's not just spending restrictions either. In some agencies, government operations have slowed to a crawl because vendors have to complete paperwork certifying their opposition to diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. What's more, Trump and his team aren't just creating new hurdles for federal employees and departments, they're also poised to create related problems for the public. Indeed, among the most notable elements of the Republican Party's far-right megabill are new bureaucratic requirements for Medicaid recipients, among others. As The Atlantic's John Chait recently explained, Congress is not finding magical efficiencies. To the contrary, the bill introduces inefficiencies by design. The main way it will throw people off their health insurance is by requiring Medicaid recipients to show proof of employment. States that have tried this have found the paperwork so onerous that most people who lose their insurance are actually Medicaid eligible, but unable to navigate the endless bureaucratic hassle. The end result will be to punish not only the millions of Americans who lose Medicaid, but also the millions more who will pay an infuriating time tax by undergoing periodic miniature IRS audits merely to maintain access to basic medical care. Nearly 6 months into the new era of Republican control, Americans are confronting more government, more bureaucracy, more paperwork, more breakdowns within federal agencies, more delays, and perhaps most importantly, more inefficiencies. That's the opposite of what Trump promised on the campaign trail.